Hello there, welcome to another self-service video. Today will be a continuation of the series on contract compliance, and we will be specifically covering catalog level contract compliance. So we went through in the previous contract compliance overview video how the contract terms document can be used to ensure contract compliance and how it's possible to define how your organization will buy against a contract. So why contract compliance? Contract compliance ensures that the actual savings that have been done through the sourcing and contract process are operationalized and realized through the procurement process, through purchase orders and invoicing. So we've previously talked about the different types of contract compliance: supplier level, which covers all the products from a specific supplier; commodity level, which is two-factor compliance based on a specific commodity code or codes for a particular supplier also. Today we will cover catalog level contract compliance, which is again always for one supplier but covers a specific catalog. And we've also talked about item level contract compliance, which is the most granular, where you can actually cherry pick specific items from a catalog or items you create yourselves and actually link that to a particular contract. So catalog and item level contract compliance can be quite similar and somewhat confusing. So the real difference is at a catalog level, it is for one particular subscription or one particular catalog, and that's the link between the catalog and the contract. Whereas item level is at a lower level where you're actually choosing particular items from a catalog. So we'll now jump into Ariba and actually set up catalog level contract compliance. So what I've done is created a standard contract workspace with all the normal attributes in terms of contract amount and expiration date and so on. I'm just going to go into the Documents tab, which is where the contract terms document sits, and that's the document that defines the attributes for your contract compliance. So I'm just going to access the contract compliance or contract terms document. So the contract terms document is a simple wizard that just steps you through the different areas and attributes that can be set up in terms of setting up the right level of contract compliance based on your contract. And today we're going to choose the catalog level contract type. As you can see, the effective date, expiration date, and so on are all pulled in automatically from your contract workspace, as is the vendor. I will leave release required to yes, which means a purchase order is always required to release funds from the contract. And for now, I'll leave allow change orders to no. As you can see, there's no option to allow non-catalog requisitions here, as there is with some of the other contract types. Obviously, that's because it's a catalog level contract type. So you must use the catalogs to create a requisition against the contract. So I'm just going to jump straight into the pricing terms and add items. Now we've got a catalog level pricing terms, which was selected in the first part of the wizard. So now I need to select a catalog subscription from the list. So I'm going to select the Labs GB. This is a catalog with 4 items in the subscription for the sake of the demo. I won't define limits or releases or discounts for this demo. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to go OK to the contract terms. So I've now saved the contract terms and I need to publish the terms to make them active and submit. I'm just going to remove the approvers for the sake of the demo again and speed things up. So we have now created the catalog level pricing terms based on the subscription I selected. So the contract request ID is 1030, which aligns with the contract workspace. And as we can see, the contract number has now been generated, which is the same number minus the R. So C1030 is the contract ID. So the contract workspace has now been published and the contract terms document is active. So we'll now jump into the Ariba catalog and show you how that links back to the contract. So I've now gone into Ariba Buyer and created a requisition. I've added 2 items, which are 2 of the 4 items on the catalog I selected in the contract terms document. So if I just proceed to checkout, I'm just now going to go down to the line item detail and just edit the lines that have been added from the catalog. So as you can see here, the contract we set up is 1030 1030, which has been automatically added in terms of the link. So any orders from this catalog will now accumulate against this contract, but only for this specific catalog subscription. And this is the same case with the other item because it's from the same catalog subscription also. I'm just now going to submit this item and delete the approver. So now we can see a order should have been generated. So the order is based on the link to the contract 1030 and it's release 1 against that contract. And this order should have the 2 line items we have chosen from the catalog. Yeah, there's the 2 items. So now we jump back into the contract management module. I'm just going to put in the ID of the contract we set up and the contract terms. So we can now open up this contract. So we will now be able to see the amount spend accumulate against this contract, and as more orders are created, they will accumulate in a list on the orders tab of the contract 1030. This will also trigger the notifications to the contract manager based on the attributes defined in the workspace in terms of the contract value threshold. So that covers how to set up catalog level contract compliance through the contract terms document. Thank you for listening.